everyone. So today's presentation is going to be on the cost and the benefits of childcare.
So, why childcare matters? Childcare is so much more than just a place for kids to spend time while parents are at work. It actually is a critical part of a child's development, and when children receive nurturing care, they learn how to share, manage their emotions better, and build more social skills that lead to healthy relationships later in life. This is really important because at this time, their brains are still developing, and this is a big time period where early experiences have a huge impact on how these kids will grow. Childcare also provides an early start in learning, especially with language and communication, and being around all these other kids in the classroom gives them more opportunities to practice social skills and interact, which can create a strong foundation for both school readiness and lifelong learning. So, what's good quality childcare? It depends on a number of factors for sure. Good quality childcare is about keeping kids safe, but also about teachers who really do interact with the kids and let them take their lead and play. Teachers who ask open ended questions let kids think for themselves and explore new ideas, and it gives them a chance to solve problems on their own. Feeling safe and cared for is just as important too. I have noticed in my practicum at the CDC how kids who have good relationships with their teachers feel more confident to try new things, make more friends than the others, and get involved in learning. And being in that sort of environment really helps them grow emotionally, socially, and academically.
So, what does childcare in the US look like? Childcare in the United States has rapidly developed over time to give families and parents options that suit them best based on availability, finances, or their own preferences. First, there are childcare centers. These are larger facilities where children are grouped by age and the care takes place outside of the home. These childcare centers can usually have multiple caregivers and structured schedules. Next, there are family child care homes. These take place in the caregiver's own home and they usually have a smaller group of children. This can feel more like a home environment, which some families prefer. Then we have Head Start and Early Start programs. These programs are federally funded and are specifically for low income families and children in foster care. They don't just provide childcare, but also include education, health care, and other services for families. Lastly, there's pre kindergarten. These programs are usually run through schools or early learning centers, and they focus on preparing 3 to 5 year olds for kindergarten. More specifically, they focus on helping the children with social skills and early math and literacy skills. Overall, families have multiple options in choosing the best childcare for their children. So, what are the current costs and affordability right now in the United States? As you can see by looking at this graph, it shows the cost and affordability of childcare for families, and we can see just how expensive childcare can be for families in the United States. According to the research, full-time childcare for one child takes up to 8.9% to 16% of the median family income, which is a huge portion of the family's budget. Full day care can be between $6,500 to $15,000 and depends on the child's age, care type, and county size. Part day care for school age children is a little cheaper with about $5,900 to $9,200 per year, but still is a significant cost for families.
So, who's affected by childcare costs and benefits? Childcare does affect more people than many might think. Families can spend up to 16% of their income on care for their children every day, and sometimes that does force parents to quit their jobs. Workers in childcare are often underpaid. Like, I know where I live, the average salary is about $20 an hour, which makes running these programs way harder because directors can't really find as many people to take these jobs for long periods of their life. And for kids, the quality of care they get directly does impact their learning, even though some might not think so. And this can also affect their development and readiness for school.
Fortunately, we do have government funded programs and organizations that support childcare and families below the poverty line. These are Child Care Assistance, the CCAP, and Head Start. The Child Care Assistant program helps eligible families pay for childcare while parents work or attend school. There's also Head Start, which provides low-income children and families with free early education, health services, and overall family support. Also wanted to note that during COVID-19, the American Rescue Plan Act provided funding that helped many childcare providers and organizations stay open. This was highly impactful for families that needed childcare resources during such a challenging time in our history. Next, we will elaborate more on these organizations and what they entail.
So, like we just talked about, Rhode Island's Child Care Assistant Program is for children from birth through age 13, and this is offered in many different places like licensed child care centers, family child care homes, and before and after school programs. What's really important here is that it's fully affordable for families who are at or below the poverty line, and it really helps these families get quality care without spending a huge amount of money, while it also helps kids learn more.
The next organization is the Head Start and Early Start programs in Rhode Island. Early Head Start focuses on infants and toddlers from birth to age 3 and provides home visits and early childcare. Head Start is a federally funded program for children up to age 5. It offers care in several settings like center-based, home-based, and family childcare programs. Head Start offers health resources as well as education and family services. It is fully affordable for families at or below the poverty line, and overall programs such as Head Start and CCAP in Rhode Island helps break these cycles of poverty by providing support and resources to families and children in need of these resources. Overall, childcare really matters because it helps kids build social, emotional, and academic skills from a young age. When the care is high quality, children do better because they're in an environment that's engaging and supportive. But the cost can be tough, which all impact families, workers, and kids in the long run. That's why programs like Head Start and CCAP funding are so important because they make quality childcare more accessible. So investing in childcare helps families, but also kids to be better successful in the future. And here are Works Cited. Thank you.